Don't run it inside.
No. Basically, what we do this morning, a lot earlier. If you'd like to come before the rain, so we walk around that to do the honour, and then we'll ride on the train, and then we'll have a cup of tea. Simple as that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've no public address system, so I hope you can hear me. Welcome to WRHA and to the 1st of July 2012. And it's a very auspicious day because it's 150 years today since the Hoyt to Carlisle railway was opened. And it's very nice to be able to be opening our railway on the anniversary of that event. I'd like to welcome our MSP, John Lamont, who's going to say a few words, and then I'm going to invite Madge Elliot, who I think most people will know, to officially open the railway. She opened the Heritage Centre last time, this time it's the railway. John, can I invite you to say a few words?
Thank you very much. My job this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to say a few words of opening. I was asked to do up to 10 minutes, but I'm conscious there's a very black rain cloud heading our way, so I will curtail my comments to a fewer words than that. It's my great privilege and honour to have been invited here today by the Waverley Route Heritage Association to help Madge Elliot do the official opening of this bit of railway, and also to mark this very significant anniversary of the Border Union Railway, for which Hoyt to Carlisle extension was opened 150 years ago today. I believe the railway holds a key part, not just in rail travel in Scotland, but in the history of rail travel of Scotland, but particularly of rail travel here in the Scottish borders and in Roxburghshire. As you will all know, the Waverley route was so named after the famous novel Waverley by Sir Walter Scott, and the line became vital, not just for linking communities north and south of the border, but for linking communities within this border country of the Scottish borders. And it's undoubtedly played a very significant part in the lives of people living here in the borders and further afield. I think it's important to remember, and I'm sure Madge will remember this very well, that when the final order was given to close the line back in 1969, there was huge public outcry, and it was a very high profile campaign. I wasn't born at the time, I can tell you, but I've read much about it. And despite the tremendous efforts of my fellow speaker here today, Madge Elliot, the campaign failed to keep the railway line open. I think that's a point of huge regret. When the final train was due to travel down the line, it found protesters at most of the stations along the route and other significant points along the route. And at Newcastleton, just a few miles further south from here, the locals took to the track and locked the level crossing gates to stop the train getting through, blocking the railway line completely. I'm sure Madge will recollect those events very, very clearly, despite the number of years that have passed since that event. In over a century of operation, the Waverley route established itself as a vital means of connecting communities in the borders, but was so loved by those who were served by it that they were willing to protest so fiercely and so effectively, or so strongly, for the line's survival. And that's why I believe it's so important that so many of us are meeting here today to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the line's opening. It's part of the border's makeup, and I know when I go around speaking to many people, they have a lasting memory and legacy of the railway when it was in operation. What is equally important now, I believe, is that we preserve the line so that future generations can see what was here all those years ago and have a much better understanding of history and how it played in terms of border history, wider border history. And that is where the Waverley Route Heritage Association have stepped in and done some magnificent work in terms of ensuring that this part of border history and this physical part of the line does not fall into disrepair and is remembered for future generations to come. Now, I'm starting to feel the rain coming on. I'm conscious there's 2 more pages of this, so I'm going to cut it a bit shorter. Can I just finish by paying huge tribute to the volunteers? And we have to remember these people who work for the association are all volunteers and have devoted a huge amount of their time and energy and indeed financial resources, I'm sure, to make this happen. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here today. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be looking forward to a summer of nice weather and also railway track, this railway track being used. And I hope many people will come across from across not just the borders but across Scotland and the rest of the United Kingdom to see this small piece of railway in operation. So it's my job really to pay tribute to you all and the association and wish you well over the summer with this very exciting project. Thank you very much.
John, I'd just like to say that we were very dependent on the railway at one time, and of course Hoyt's export trade after the war was second to none. This country was in so much debt to America that we had dollars to earn to pay back that debt. And my goodness, Hoyt and the rest of the borders as well worked very, very hard to earn dollars so that we could help to pay back that debt. And without the railway, we wouldn't have managed that. We were very, very dependent on the railway in transporting the goods made in the borders. So, I mean, these are the things that are in my memory. But I think this is wonderful. We get volunteers that can come and do this just for the sheer love of it, and so that we can come and enjoy it as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Madge. I invite you to cut the ribbon and officially open the Border Union Railway.
A good straight cut.
There you go. Now,
Help, yes. Wonder where the turn-off is.
I didn't expect him to warn you we were going to do that.
we're now going to process back onto the platform. I'm going to invite Madge and John to join us on the train. And as many of you who've got tickets, we'll try and get you on the first train, but there'll be plenty of opportunities to travel on the train once we've done the first official run. So please come and join us.
Those who are travelling, just to let you know, there will be 4 loud bands in concession. Okay? I'll look at you if you need it. Oh, no. Move down the bus.
The happy bunters. There we are. 4 loud bangs coming up.
4 very loud bangs.
Yes.
Just beyond the gate.
And through celebratories.
Any time now?
Yeah.
The band goes.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Well, it's better, we get our own independence, like, well, I'm 20, I'm like 10 years younger than him, so yeah, like,
Right, we go your second time?
yeah,
Shoot that down.
with my mum and stuff, and I had a wee room, so it was like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go up and down a second time. Just to make sure you're ready for money.
oh, everybody was sad, and